like New York and stuff. So maybe that's causing problems.
I would just record and upload it, but like I don't know how long I don't know how large such a video file would get at this resolution at that amount of time. You know?
Yeah. Looks like I'm gonna have 2 weeks left
Two
to do
weeks.
stuff. In metaphor, after I know what the tower is.
Oh, okay. I was like, is something happening in 2 weeks? But no. The end of the world is happening in 2 weeks, I guess.
Something weird is happening. I mean, as long as there's not going to be an instance of like 7 bosses again, it just. Although the last archetype makes restoring your MP pretty easy, I found.
I haven't
If
used...
you just hit something once and then back off and let all your allies smack the thing, and it restores like tons of MP.
Interesting. Okay.
Just the tower bosses are giant pains in the butt. I found out what was causing that one to be a giant pain. It's because if you reflect anything against the dragons and it doesn't kill it, then or nullify it, the dragons get mad and start going absolutely ballistic. So you can't nullify or reflect anything.
Atlas super bosses, everyone. Hey, Nate.
Hello.
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 Alright.
Becca's just finishing up dinner now. She'll be up.
Alrighty.
She's getting set up and we'll hop in a second. Sorry.
Yeah.
Could be worse. Could have been like last week where we waited like a half hour for Peter, but
Well, you know.
Hello, that.
But life happens.
Yeah, for the viewers, also I'm gonna put my webcam on. Hey guys, I'm Surreal Canine. I'm back in New Jersey. It's amazing. So yeah, Peter has left the group due to schedule issues. With his new jobs, he just couldn't really keep up. So we're going to just proceed with the party of 5.
Alrighty. It happens.
Announcements will resume when Becca shows up.
It's so lucky. I'm just here with the cats. Lucky can't really block anything today, so.
Lucky buddy.
Oh, he would sure try.
Mr. the kitty cat. He's a kitty cat, a kitty cat. So this is what happens, Nate, when I am bored. I sing along with the music. And I usually sing complete nonsense. But at least I am not rapping tonight.
Lucky, take off the keyboard, please.
He's not even... he's not even actually here.
I'm here.
Oh. I didn't hear you laughing.
Yeah, sorry. Sometimes I just forget that when I do D&D with you guys, I have it set so that I do push to talk.
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't overlap each other.
Oh, yeah.
So I just need to get in the habit of hitting my button.
Yeah, okay.
People playing Monster Hunter will do that, so don't hear the echoes of the game.
Hot miking. is Jabberwocky?
It is a poem by Lewis Carroll. It is a well-crafted poem full of nonsense words that still somehow make sense.
It's also a creature from the original Alice in Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. I thought I've heard of that before. It sounded more like a creature than a
Yeah.
poem. But
The Vorpal sword has its origins in that poem.
Yep. The original Alice in Wonderland and Wizard of Oz are way trippier and different than what we get in got in any movies.
Mm.
You don't have the Porcelain Kingdom.
He wrote it on an acid trip.
Phantom Tollbooth is also pretty trippy.
Yes, it is. I'm surprised they haven't made a movie out of that.
They've made an animated feature. I forget how long it is, or how old it is, but there is one.
Hmm.
I gotta refill my water. And biology!
She should be joining in a second.
Hello.
My kitchen cannot decide whether it wants to smell like chili or Lifesavers mints.
Okay.
I got a bag of Lifesavers mints because... Hi.
Hi. I'm looking at the password, sorry. Jabberwocky.
Jabberwocky, yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I got a bit. Can I? There. Fantasy Grounds does not interpret creature type correctly unless I do that. think it would be really funny to have like a custom music player that plays a record scratch sound whenever I change tracks. I bet you you could make a mod for like VLC Media Player to do that, but I can't be bothered. Sure does.
Oh yeah. Still never finished up my drawing of Jet. I have sketches, but I don't have anything.
Yeah, well, I did not commission a reference portrait of Nono because he is by no means a main character, and I don't want to spend $160 on it.
Whoa.
Yeah, some furry artists, their commissions are expensive.
Yeah, commissions can definitely be crazy.
Alright, so, yeah, anyway, hey everyone. Welcome back to Trails of Creation X.
Hello. We are here.
Yeah.
We are
so, since there are storms on the horizon for all four of us, I just want to say I would prefer to schedule the next session for April 7th, if possible, because 3 of us are going to be busy during Holy Week.
Nate's birthday, we have stuff that day.
Ah, dang. Okay.
April 7th?
Not April 7th.
It probably wouldn't be, for us, it probably wouldn't be until, let me see.
21st, probably.
Yeah, the
21st. Yeah, 21st then.
Okay. I will not know if I have that time off for
Yeah, that's too
quite a
far.
bit.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Alright. Windows, please get rid of notifications. Thank you. Alright, so switching into Fantasy Grounds here. Alright. So, previously on Trails of Creation X. So, the party approached the Moogle journalist who got his form stolen, but he was unwilling to let anybody sniff him, and he seemed pretty wary of the carnival staff after being robbed like that and then escorted out. So the party returned to the Hall of Illusions. You guys followed a red ruin there, but you got extremely distracted by Sister Mary's reflection, which showed her in her rebellious occult phase. And in particular, you are very interested in the tarot deck that was in her past self's pocket. By the time you found the Rue again, he had vanished into a mirror, never to be seen again. And although the mirror had traces of magic, you were unable to figure out how to interact with it. So then on your way out, Rondo, Nono, and Jet followed Candlefoot to the docks. Candlefoot was the Toon Duck who was taking tickets for the Hall of Illusions. And up there, a husky child stole Candlefoot's voice and knocked him into the river before he could set off his plan to propose to somebody.
That's not the voice. That's a kitty voice.
The heroes gave chase, and Jet managed to expose the child as a disguised Rito, which is a bird folk. And it led the 3 of them on a merry chase, and then Jet rode a bubble up to catch the trickster, but not before Mary fired off a spell at him. The trickster admitted to you that she is a warlock of Zybilna, and she came to the carnival to investigate her patron's disappearance. She also is unable to enter the Feywild herself, but she was maybe willing to help. She was maybe willing to help the party if they can get Mr. Witch and Mr. Light to spill the beans. She recommended stealing Mr. Light's wand, and you guys refused. So that is what happened.
Yep. Kinda, like, yeah, stealing your boss's stuff is not the greatest idea. Especially now that it's your home.
Or, you know, just stealing stuff from powerful warlocks. It's probably not the wisest decision to make.
Alright.
No.
Now then. Loading. Jet's fur is graying, and his eyes shine with an ominous red light as the rain begins to fall. The calliope nearby, which had been playing a sinister tune, has ground to a halt, while the monkey and rat operating it take shelter underneath it. It's not even 6 p.m. on a Saturday night, but people are starting to leave.
What the heck is going?
When Jet and Nono reunite with the others, he and Gordwin can barely hear the hushed whispers of the crowd over the rainfall. A form theft and now a Rue going missing? A shooter too. Maybe bringing the kids here was a bad idea.
Wait. How does all this stuff get spread around? Spread around and then,
The trickster gives you a smug grin. Well, word travels fast in a place like this, I guess. She glares at Mary as she says that.
It's supposed to be here for fun. Now look at this. Don't need the carnival getting all ruined here, especially in a place that seems like it needs it. We gotta cheer this place up. Aye.
Alright, well,
I like looking like this.
Can it wait, Jet? We gotta talk to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light first, and we need you to get us into the staff area.
Yes, let's hurry up. We got some cheering. Somehow got to cheer the people up here, because this is definitely not a bad impression on the world here. I don't need that. Well, I have to imagine this is probably not his first time dealing with something like this. I don't know if it is or not, but...
It's been a while since things like this have happened. Alright, so Jet is still holding the bag of stolen items in his hand. What will he do?
Well, you gotta return them to people. Somehow. We gotta find somebody who can return them. I mean, return to the duck. That seems important to get them all. I mean, we have to meet with the people too, but there's gotta be somebody he knows here that could get the stuff back to people.
How about Durlagron at the Lost Property Office?
Sure, let's stop there and make sure we can get all that back to folks. It'll probably help cheer people up.
Alright, Nate, what will Gordwin do while Jet is doing that?
I guess I'll follow Jet and just keep an eye on the trickster.
Okay, Becca, what will Mary do?
I'll also follow the group.
Alright, Fox, what will Rondo do?
Well, Rondo's staying with everyone else for now. I mean, that's
okay, the party travels together.
To split off.
The party travels together to the Lost Property Office, where Durlagron is watching the crowd, occasionally stealing a glance at the mirrored ball that used to be her son's favorite toy. She looks over at Jet as she hears him approach. What's all this about?
Well, troublemakers at the carnival, of course. And things stolen. Although we've recovered the stolen things, so hopefully getting them back to people will cheer things up quite a bit. Got them all here. Let's
see.
Of course, visiting my old world stuff has to happen like this.
Ah, no. Game. Alright, Sister Mary observes that there is not even a hint of remorse on the trickster's face as she listens to Jet and Durlagron talk.
Let me ask this guy, does he have any bad feelings? Any remorse?
Alright,
Hello, Luna.
Alright, well, the trickster just shrugs. Why would I?
So you don't feel bad or anything?
The trickster ignores her. The trickster ignores Mary after that. Alright, well, I'll put these in the wagon, I suppose. Thank you, Jet.
Oh, no problem. We gotta get over to the... Let's get over to Mr. Witch and all that, and hopefully we can get things resolved, and somehow we can cheer this up. Oy. Don't need to start spooking folks here. Excuse me, Luna. Stop.
Poppy, please. Okay, I could have sworn there was a way to... Here we go. That's what I wanted.
Aha, Luna. What do you want? Why are you being a pest? You're not going out there right now. It's storming.
Okay, so Jet still has the rubber duck embodying Candlefoot's voice. Fox totally do.
Well, if Candlefoot's out of the way, we give him back his voice.
He is not on the way to the staff area unless you go the long way around.
Oh, jeez.
He was over by the gondola swans, which is on the other side of the carousel plaza.
Oh, we really need to get this back to him. We gotta try to resolve these things as quickly as we can. Is anyone available to get it back to him? We can...
I guess I'll do it, Nono says, taking the rubber duck.
Alright, thank you.
If you don't mind me leaving you alone for so long, Rondo.
It's okay. I should be okay. I'm here I'm here to provide support, and I have to keep an eye on somebody. And I wanted to enjoy this carnival. Whatever is happening here, it makes me feel sad.
Whoops.
Especially if any of my father's siblings are trying to enjoy this place too. My uncles.
Okay, and he heads on. He goes off to the west, toward the gondola swans. Jet escorts the rest of the party over to the staff area.
Alright. Hopefully we can get this all resolved then, so we can quit disrupting everything and we can get some answers as to what the heck is going on. Somebody missing and all that, well, okay. Yeah, I don't know. There's definitely weird things afoot. Lucky without.
Okay. Jet waves his hand, the hedge of thorns opens, and it's back to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light's wagon. This time with the trickster in tow.
Yeah.
By the way, everybody, she says discreetly, looking over at Burley and Fako, who are chatting by the fire. I think there's something maybe you ought to hear. She clears her throat and then starts mimicking two voices in a conversation. Nerix, we can't let this continue. Someone is going to report this to the guild sooner or later, and then we'll lose everything. Calm yourself, Hermias. They just as soon suspect one another as us. If we play our cards right, we can get out of this with the carnival intact. We just need the right people to come along. And will they come in time? The thieves are getting more and more brazen each day. We've already lost Star. Who'll be next? Burley? Candlefoot? You know the terms of the pact as well as I do. They may bend the rules, but the Coven would never break them outright, unless we do first. We just have to bide our time. How will we know? I'll think of something. Just have some faith in me, will you, old friend? The voices belong to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
Okay, do we know any of the other names?
Let's see. Mary and Jet would know that a coven is a trio of hags, evil fae, who share their magic with one another.
Aye.
Nothing is familiar. Nothing in that conversation is familiar to Gordwin. Oh, wait. You know. You also know Candlefoot. That's right. Candlefoot was the name of the duck.
What in the world is that all about?
Just something I heard a few days ago.
Were you told it, or were you eavesdropping?
What do you think? You got some pretty big ears yourself there.
I don't...
Ordering grunts as an acknowledgement.
Anyway, do with that what you will. They're not going to talk to me, so...
Yes, but they did want you caught.
We'll just see what's going on with this. I mean, it's kind of hard to trust somebody like that when they, after all the things they're just doing. Like, okay, spout whatever you want, but it's not like... Jet isn't about to start trusting this trickster just because they start mimicking voices.
Alright. It appears that Mr. Light is on his way out of the wagon as the five of you approach. Oh, you caught our man, did you? Or woman, I suppose.
That we did. Hopefully we can get things back in order around here. Although, finding that missing person seems pretty paramount. What in the world is going on lately? Oh, the people going... Things going missing, people going missing, and now all this?
Yes, indeed.
And there's more than one person looking into... the same vanished.
Another one already?
Well, this person seemed to go into the Hell of Mirrors themselves, but still, yes, that seems a bit odd that they seem to be knowing where they're going. Either way, What exactly is going on? Things seem to be quite a bit... I don't know, doesn't seem right lately.
We're not at liberty to speak on it, Mr. Witch says as he also steps out of the wagon.
I don't know, if you can't speak on it, is there any way to we can find this person? However, wherever they went?
Alright, Fox, give me a persuasion check for Jet.
Okay, look out. Yeah, dice are still being terrible.
I'm sorry, Jet. I'm not sure there is. Mr. Witch nods. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be preparing for the big show. And Mr. Light passes by. Mr. Light passes by and toward the big top while Mr. Witch returns to the wagon. Let's see. Jet, Gorduin, and Mary can all hear him sigh heavily as he steps up the stairs.
What could be to discuss? What could there be? I mean, that just implies there is something. They just can't say it.
Well, if he wouldn't say it to you, then I guess my business is done here. Later. She untangles herself from the costume that Jet wrapped around her and spreads her wings to take off.
You know, these folks are looking for the same person you are too, so shouldn't it might be best not to just go run off and cause trouble again? If we could at least, if you got the same goal, you two should at least work together, or some such or something.
Alright, give me another persuasion check.
What in the world? I don't think I've rolled above like a 10 since we started this.
What do you think the first thing I tried was, you idiot? And
Working?
There she goes.
She tried working with me. These folks here? What? Well, she's not going to listen to me, probably because I work here. Why don't you go? You folks try to say something. Oh, we don't need more trouble being brought up here. It seems like everything's going wrong.
So you feel it too, huh, Jet? Burley says as he gets up and approaches the crew.
Yes, everything's just... It's not normal, even though this place... Well, normal for this place.
You got that right, mate. So here I'm thinking, what if you show them how capable you are as adventurers? Like, that you're good enough to solve this problem, right?
Adventurer? I wouldn't say I'm much of an adventurer, but...
Yeah, maybe, but what about your friends here?
I'm an adventurer, Rondo says. I was kind of born to be one and help people who are ones. Adventuring is in my blood, even though I do not have blood. But
yeah, right.
Well, the other folks, you adventuring sorts? You want to prove it to them, then go ahead and prove it. But should if we want to get this resolved. I'm all for tagging along because I don't want my home turning all mucky and gray like this. Plus, it makes me feel on edge here. I don't like scaring folks.
I'm somewhat an adventurer. I let the spirit lead.
suppose that's what I'm here to do. We have our quest. That trickster may have been helpful, considering she is a warlock of Zybilna, and I suppose she's probably just following us along out of sight.
Yeah, there's no telling.
So you're on thinking, Burley says, fumbling around in the pockets of his overalls. Ah, darn. You there, Mr. Jackal guy. You look like you got quick fingers. You're on thinking, what if you pill from Mr. Witch's Watcher Summit? That'll get his attention, right?
I'm sorry. You asking me to pick his pocket?
Yeah, well, not just pick his pocket. You're gonna have to snip the chain too, but you know, you can't run that. You can't run that thing without the watch. Might be a bit rude, but well, it'll force his hand for sure. Just don't tell anyone I put it in your heads. You got it? Because it'll be my head on the line. And don't harm him. Carmel needs him like that watch too.
Sure, that's the wisest idea here.
Yeah, well, if you got any better ideas, Jed, I'm all ears.
Well, the warlock did also want us to steal one of their wands.
Oh yeah, the wand. Yeah. And I don't know how you might do that, but during the coronation at 11, and Mr. Witch, he'll be up there. He'll be dead set head focused on the Crown the Knight's Monarch. You might be able to get some help from Durogron and Candlefoot and Palasha. They're all good eggs, but stay away from Thaco. Can't trust him at all. He glances toward the pink elephant who is just blowing bubbles by himself.
Thank you for the information. We will take it into consideration.
Best of luck to you, mate. Alright, the party is now alone. And they're going to need Jet's help to get out of the hedge. Fox, what will he do?
Well, this is just a frustrating moment for him. Like, he doesn't want to. Like, they want to go and steal something from the. Jeez.
I don't like falling back into my old habits, but if it's the only way to progress our mission, I will do it.
Oh, yeah. Can't believe they wouldn't even say a bloody thing. Like, who's got them hung over a barrel here? But yeah. Well, we can get you out of here, but I'm not making any decisions on what you all do with that. That's not going to be on my shoulders.
What do you think, Rondo?
Saving that missing person